It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the am I doing?
Hey yo, Prim, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Go. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
To kick off for Seattle.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right to the air is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And they want to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Attack! Hey, Sunday.
Now Mahomes. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? Let's go.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they get weak?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
19, 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be complete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First down 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here at the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bit a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Yellow! On the line, right! Attack!
Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this to Bell. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first down 2 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. An early obviously got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And try to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's third down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles, is there he goes, right side. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Seahawks 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And a nice job there, skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game?
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Ready? I got 15. Down. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they will touch him down the knot before he gets the first. There's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business. Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Come on.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Myers' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Smith running wide side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Follow these two.
On the counter, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14.
Yellow. All right, go, Luke. 15. Hey, 57 colors.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 39-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle complete. That's Horton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that one, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, Ripley.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Attack! Hey, 57, 15. Hero, 15. Hey, Ripley. Yellow. Come back.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Walker on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Chiefs 26-yard line.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tough spot here, third down and 11.
Here we go, Jack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow. What's that?
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Hey, 43, 15. What's that?
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
43. On Sunday.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 177 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10.
On the line. 15, yellow. Watch out.
Smith up the middle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Elijah Higgins, 32 yards. And the Chiefs had 6 to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw here. Throw out wide to Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Now Mahomes. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
70.
They'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
19, Mustang 19.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his run back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready.
Trying the left side with Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd down, goal to go.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
He'll look to throw. And this one too low. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Yeah, he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Arroyo from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth-quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Ripley. Hey, 15. Hey, 57 color. Hey, 43. Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes will throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Gain of 17 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Inside handoff, Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down.
Yellow. Right on these. Yellow. Hey, 40. Come back.
Mahomes. Campbell making the catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Yellow.
On 1st down. It's Martinez. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to almost certainly win the football game. Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
This is 1st and 10.
Seven Pirates. Here we go. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And we're just inside of 10 seconds to go. They'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Seahawks, 1st down.
first down. He's back to throw. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Sean Tucker on the return. The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Seahawks,